That get very, very depressed by this. Now, with chlamydia or gonorrhea, they typically go together, but at least those are treatable with antibiotics, actually, Nancy.
Well, what, do you have to take antibiotics the rest of your life?
No. With the chlamydia and with gonorrhea, luckily, usually it can only take one dose for either one, depending on the medication or whether you actually get the injection. So that goes away quickly.
Well, you take one dose and it's gone forever.
Gone forever, and it's not usually able to track.
Chlamydia.
Yes, with chlamydia or gonorrhea, actually.
Okay, this is herpes 1 and 2 and chlamydia.
Yes. So when you talk about herpes 1 and 2, once again, they're viruses, and they actually live in the nerve endings, Nancy, so they do not go away. What you can do forever. You can take medications to keep outbreaks from coming and that sort of thing, but no, they don't go away.
Where do you get outbreaks?
You get outbreaks typically in the genital area. You can also get them in the oral area. Depends on where you contract.
That's going to hurt.
It does hurt, and it's quite uncomfortable for the person as well. But luckily, there are a lot of medications out there that can at least help ameliorate or improve some of the symptoms.
The lawyers, Richard Herman, high-profile lawyer out of Las Vegas, and Kirby Clements, defense attorney and author out of Atlanta. Okay, Richard Herman, let me understand something. You've got the husband of Cathriona, who's Jim Carrey's girlfriend. You got the husband, they're estranged, they're broken up, she's been dating Jim Carrey out in the open, he's suing Jim Carrey, okay? They weren't even together. I tried to ask his lawyer the other night, when was the last time they lived together? He wouldn't tell me. Okay, so he's suing Jim Carrey. Now, the would-be mother-in-law, they were not engaged, they were not heading down the aisle, they were not married. They weren't even living together, I don't think, at the time that she passed away. She's suing over 3 STDs?
Nancy, first, let me say you look very foxy this evening, Nancy. Very foxy.
The word foxy does not have a place on this program, okay? So back it up,
listen to me. If you listen carefully, you can hear Kanye singing Gold Digger. These people are gold diggers, both of them. There are no claims here. They're going to get bounced out of court. The mother was estranged too, Nancy. The mother wasn't talking with the daughter.
Hold on
the ex-husband was estranged. None of them were talking.
I've got to understand something, Brad Lamb. I'm getting emails right now. What about the fake names? I'll be back with you in a minute, Kirby. Don't be sad. Brad Lamb, addiction specialist, founder, Breathe Life Healing Centers. Brad, what is this business about Jim Carrey may have gotten some drugs, some pills, legal drugs? This is not cocaine, heroin, crack. These are legal prescription drugs, but under a pseudonym, a fake name?
Not a surprise. No, not a surprise. A lot of high-end clients that don't want to have a name linked to a certain prescription will do that. That's not troubling to me. And in fact, in California, I understand that that's not outside the law.
Please. You know, Brad, you know how I feel about you, Brad. But you constantly, whenever I discuss any type of infraction with you, you go, that doesn't bother me. That's not troubling me. Okay, well, you know, it may not be troubling you, but isn't that against some ordinance?
No,
Why can't I go
it's not,
and
well,
get
you
whatever
could in
I'm getting under a fake name?
You could in California get it under an assumed name.
But I will say this, Brad Lamb, don't you know if he got anything, any drug at all from the pharmacy under the name Jim Carrey? I mean, you know,
Somebody would talk about it.
and Daily Mail, you know,
so aren't you making your own point, Nancy Grace? Aren't you making your own point?
I'm not saying that it's a crime. I don't know if it's, you know, let me ask lawyers, Richard Herman, Kirby Clements, I only prosecuted felonies, violent crime. So I think Kirby Clements, I'm sure, I mean, innately, that getting prescriptions under a fake name, it's got to be, of course, not a felony, but a crime of some sort or an infraction of some sort.
Well, I think if you're trying to do it to avoid people knowing that you're getting that prescription so that you can go around doctor shopping, that's what the law is designed to prevent.
Yeah, it is.
But if you're trying to avoid your public business being put out on the networks, then it's not going to be a crime. And prosecutors failed to convict, I think, Anna Nicole Smith's doctors of the same thing. So it's not going anywhere.
I just don't see that anybody going after Jim Carrey getting legal prescribed drugs from a pharmacy under a fake name so his name would not be touted anywhere. You know, another thing, let me go back to Alexis Tereszchuk, RadarOnline.com. Alexis, Was she married? Oh, what is this? Liar, liar. Was she married at the time of her passing away?
She was, and a lot of people have said that she was married for a green card. She was going to have to go back to Ireland, and so she found this guy that she really didn't know well at all, and she married him, but that was only for the paper to stay here. And she was dating Jim Carrey, as you said, very publicly. The two of them were out together. They were an item, and it had nothing to do with her being married at all. So that was a marriage perhaps under false pretenses.
To hear his lawyer tell it, they were a married couple. Now, that's his side of the story. So he's saying they were a legitimately married couple, not just for a green card. Candace Trunzo, I'm not quite sure how the mother is trying to sue Jim Carrey because her daughter, who's now passed away, got an STD. Sue for what?
Coincidentally,
you know, there's a way to avoid it
as the estranged husband. So there's been clearly some communication between the two of them as to, you know, what they think is their daughter wife's wrongful death and ways perhaps to profit from it.
You know, Candace Trunzo, there is a way to avoid getting STDs, right?
Yes, there is, yes.
Yeah, there is a way to avoid that. So
yes.
What I don't get, let me unleash the lawyers again. Kirby Clements, Richard Herman. Kirby, how is the mother suing because her daughter got an STD?
I have to tell you, Nancy, I was looking at that. I don't even know that the mother has standing to sue. Because maybe she's trying to tie that into the wrongful death claim. But from what I've been able to read, I really can't figure out how she's going to claim that.
No, she has standing. She has standing because she's the mother. She can sue for wrongful death. And one of the grounds for the death they're going to claim is that the emotional abuse from the STD. That's what they're going. That's the claim they're going to make.
Put him. What? Okay, let me understand this, Richard Herman. Now remember,
Yes.
I believe, as of right before this show, because we checked, you're still a member of the bar. Okay, so are you actually saying? Are you actually saying that her allegedly getting an STD caused her so much emotional distress that she committed suicide?
I'm saying that's the allegation. I don't believe any of it. How do we know she didn't give him an STD? Come on, there's a lot of questions of proof here. Big hurdles to overcome to get any kind of wrongful death award here. And you're in California, and you have a celebrity, Jim Carrey. No jury's going to go against Jim Carrey in California.